Okay, Monday morning, back out at it. I did nothing on the weekend because Saturday I had to work on my daughter's car, had a little bit to do on that, and a few other things around here. And yesterday I went for a ride with some friends. So today I'm back ready to get into it. I think I'm going to get this bloody lamp finished today for at least. I'll get that lamp done. I've just got to powder coat the base and then assemble it. So I'm going to do that shortly. Yeah, and then we'll be well on the way. I should have that finished fairly quickly, actually. Oh, got it up there. See if I get this sandblasted again. That doesn't look too bad, but I don't know. Like I said, from a distance it looks okay, but I'll see how I go once I've sandblasted it the second time. And then clear coat. It's a shame the oven's not bigger. I could fucking powder coat it, but it is what it is. Alright, I'm going to get into it. I'll bring you back when I've got something to show you. Peace. Well, I've been out and I've sandblasted that head in the end there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to powder coat this black, and once it's all cooled down and cured, I'm going to tape around the edges there. I'm going to paint in here red. So I think that'll look nice. Sandblasted the crank again. This is about as good as it's going to get. And I powder coated these, but the thing is, that worked fine. But I'm going to have to use that other disc now because powder coating doesn't stick too well to bog. So you live and learn. So I'm going to have to use the other one. And I worked out this morning just what kind of boot you get out of that. It's like an electric fence. And I worked out the back end, look at the back. It's set on 50,000 volts. So I zapped myself with it. It was like touching an electric fence. I don't even know what I did with that. I just there it is under there. Powder, keep this clean, blow it out, and I might powder coat this shortly. Because it'll take a while, because it takes a bit to get heat into it. You can't heat it before you put it in. I noticed, I was watching through the door, this one shine up real quick. This one took a lot longer, obviously because you've got to get the heat into it. And that oven's near cold, but that is still quite warm. So that'll be even hotter. So I might have to put it in the oven for maybe 20 minutes instead of 15. I mean, you can see it anyway. You can see as it starts to cook, starts to cure, it starts to look real funny, like orange peely sort of, and then it starts to smooth out. You can almost watch it happening. So we're going to clean this up and sit it somewhere that I can insulate it, and I'm only going to powder coat the top. I can't do the bottom because there's no other way of getting it in the oven. Yeah, that's disappointing because I was hoping to have this lamp finished today, but I probably could have, but you know, I don't expect people to pay for that. You couldn't see it when it was painted, obviously, but when you powder coat it, the powder coat has gone all wiggly. But anyway, it is what it is. I'll get the other one out and get stuck into it. I think that'll look pretty good. That might come up all right, clear coated now. If I don't touch it with any fucking me filthy hands, it might come up all right. Like up close, but from a distance, I mean, once that tapes off the journals too, from a distance that doesn't look too bad. And when it's on the floor, sitting on top of the base, with the glass and everything on top, it won't look too bad at all. So I think I might, once that's silver, that's just about as silver as I'm going to get it, mate. So without spending a week polishing it, I mean, you know, I could polish it, but yeah, turning a $200 table into a $500 table, fucking, and I just don't have the patience to sit there and polish the fucking thing. So, but it'll look good. It'll look fine. I've got a good feeling about that. That'll look good, and that fucking lamp is going to look brilliant. But well, that's what happens when you experiment with shit, eh? So, alright, it's a little bit later. I've got a few things to do. Had to go down to Aberdeen and pick up some furniture and shit. But I already got this one done. It's ready to powder coat. I powder coated the big one, but it didn't work out real crash hot. So what I've done is I've sanded it. Give it a sand, I'm going to redo it. when I'm going to put them both in together, I'm going to put this on the bottom, go and get the other rack from outside to hang that one up the top, or put it a bit further up and slide that one on in as well. So it tells you to give it a sand before you recoat it. So that top bit doesn't matter so much because that sits on there, so I'm going to clean that up and powder coat that fucking thing as well. So it's all a learning curve. So I'm still trying to learn how to do this properly. So the oven's warming up now, so I'm going to get another rag, wipe everything down, and get ready to powder coat it all over again. So there we go. I can get that in, and that, and I'll probably even be able to hang that underneath that one. Right, hang on, let me turn this noisy fucking thing off. I've got that coated. That doesn't look too bad actually. Once that dries, I let that dry fully and then give it another one. I've got the other shit in the oven, just cooling off. So far, it looks promising. But you don't want it to cool down too fast, so I'll just leave that door cracked. Feel the heat coming out of that. That'll take a while because that big disc in the bottom will take an hour to cool off at least. So I don't know what I'm going to do now. I want to powder coat these, but I've got to wait for that other shit to cool off before I can get it out of the oven. So I might go and sit my ass down inside for a little while and then come out when this is cooled off that I want. I didn't get anywhere near as far as I thought I might today, but that was partially due to this thing fucking up on me. And then I had to redo the big brake rotor for the base for this. So, and I'm thinking, the last thing I want to do is rush something, and particularly with this powder coating, because I'm still learning as I'm going. It's a bit hard when you're learning and trying to do a client's build at the same time, but it is what it is. Like I'm not counting hours to charge for everything. So the worst case scenario is if they don't work out, I'll just sandblast them and powder coat them again. Just work out what I'm doing wrong, try something different. So I'll sandblast the black off the fuckers and try again if I need to. Hopefully they'll be fine. They'll be fine. So let's see what happens, eh? Because I want to sort of pack up and fuck off inside shortly and start getting video off the camera. I'm going to have a lot to edit today, but mostly me fucking yakking. So yeah, so I haven't really filmed any work yet. There's been nothing really to film, so anyway, we'll just wait and see. I'll just let this shit cool down for a while and I'll bring you back. Alright, now I've got that out of the oven. It's still quite hot. I had to use a glove to get it out, but I don't want to wait any longer. But it's not too bad. It's not perfect, but it's not shabby, if you know what I mean. I really don't see being able to do it a whole lot different than that, to be honest with you. It is what it is. But I'm going to start assembling it now, so hopefully I'll put this together. I might stick you in the stand and just do a time warp of putting it together. I'll sort of stick you in the stand once that cools down a little bit anyway. It's still a bit hot to touch, so we'll touch properly. But I'll put you in the stand just so I've got some build in the video. So I'll do that in a second. pretty much calling that done. And the added bonus is when you turn it on, the light glows through the air filter. Well, that actually shines down quite nicely. So that looks nice. I'm going to just give it a wipe down and get some finger marks off it. And take it and put it on top of the freezer where it's not so cluttered. And just take a little bit more video and get a couple of photos so I can use it as a thumbnail for when I upload the video. So, you know, like the base is not quite perfect, but you know, I'm pretty sure Amit will live with that. That's come up quite nice. That is only the one. Try the new one coming. That won't be far off. That can be here tomorrow or Wednesday, I'm guessing. It's been sent. And I've just got to find the plug for the back, the black plug that goes in the back to cover everything up. It's here somewhere. Where I've left it is anyone's guess. I'll find it when I clean it up a little bit. So that's that. I like it. You step back a little bit and it looks even better. Very good.